We are up. Let's start the music. Here we go. So exciting. This is such a high class show now, Tom. We are streaming. Here we go. Dance with me. That's Tom Madonna dancing. Happy birthday. It's your day, not mine or his. It's somebody's. Special way. Shine. Smile. Okay, let's get this music out of here. Thank you to Suno for helping me with my wonderful disco theme. I'm Bonnie D, and I'm here with my very special guest today, Tom M. Tom, you get 2 sentences. Oh, he waved. You get 2 sentences to tell people who you are, and then I'll open. Go ahead.
So I'm a senior IT VP with SAP, and I'm also a father and a grandfather.
And
So
how many cars have you owned in your lifetime? Tell people something they really want to know.
over 40 and in the process of looking for a number 41 now. So
And what's it going to be? 41.
right now I'm going back and forth on the SUVs. So right now I'm going back between the Sequoia and the 700H based upon the price and the options. So
Out of 40, what's your favorite ever car you owned?
probably would either have been the G6 convertible or the Vet Z06.
There you go. Okay, so here's my opening. Pop the confetti, light the candles fast, but not near the computer. It's happy birthday to you, and we hope it's a blast. Bonnie D on her scarlet mic and her guest co-host, the wonderful Tom M2, dishing celebration gold with a fun point of view. From icons on the screen to social media stars who soar. We'll share what they're known for and some of their pre-fame lore. Wacky holidays you never heard before, plus music milestones you're bound to adore. We've got candles and sparklers in the other room, frosting on the cake. That was good. A delicious blend only Tom and I could bake. So buckle up, darlings, of fun shows in store. HB2U's lighting up August 19th with glam, bam, and more. You ready to get started, Tom?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to kick this off with events in music history, August 19th. In 1957, oh, who was alive back then? In a special music report, Newsweek magazine, I remember getting Newsweek magazine, put Pat Boone on the cover with the tagline, "His refreshing song fills the air." That was beautiful. What's next, Tom?
Next is Debbie Reynolds. So her song Tammy hit number 1 for the first of the week, 5 weeks on this date in 57 also.
Do you remember Tammy, Tammy, Tammy's in love? Do you remember that?
Probably one of those songs I don't remember of hers. So
Okay, well, maybe you heard it in the womb or your mother heard it and she told you about it 20 years later. I don't know. 10, go forward another decade, 10 years to 1967. The Beatles, All You Need Is Love. Ba, 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 ba. I try not to sing, but I can't help myself. It hit number 1 on this date in 67 and it stayed for 1 week. Tom?
actually, it was interesting that that was one of the first ones that hit. So I'm a big Beatles fan, so I do know that song.
Oh, good.
Next one, we move up 2 years to 69, where Crosby, Stills, and Nash appeared on the Dick Cavett show for the first time, and they took on a huge conversation around Woodstock being the weekend before, and Max Yesboro's farm in Bethlehem, New York. And interesting, Joni Mitchell also mentioned, skipped the event so she could appear on the show, but yet CSN basically came on, talked about it, talked about what's going on, and then also talked about all the cleanup that occurred with the bulldozers and fire pit and everything else based upon the number of people there.
Interesting. Joni Mitchell wrote a song called Woodstock, but she never went. So there. Fast forward 3 more years to 1972. The Midnight Special debuted on NBC as a one-off special presentation. The next year in 73, it became a regular show because people liked it. Wolfman Jack was the announcer. And the first performance is Slippin' Into Darkness by the group called War. We'll just leave that one alone. What's next?
Next, 81. Chris Lowe and Neil Tennant basically met in a electronic shop in London and started talking about synthesizers. Later, they joined and formed their group, the Pet Shop Boys, and had their, I guess, what to be one, if not the only one, of their first hits, which was West End Girls.
I remember that one. 1988. I always have Elvis on the list somewhere. Elvis Presley's "Had Nothing But a Hound Dog" is named the most played song in the first 100 of the jukebox charts. So there we go. Let's move on to famous birthdays. We got a couple here. Bill Clinton is 79 today. Happy birthday, sir. The 42nd president of the U.S. from 1993, really, to 2001, overseeing a period of economic expansion. We'll leave that one alone. After his presidency, he started the William J. Clinton Foundation to improve health across the globe. And I found it interesting. He was the first baby boomer president. And along with, oh my goodness, Sophia Loren, the Italian Vavoom Hollywood star, and Mikhail Gorbachev, he received the 2003 Grammy for Best Spoken Word Album for Children for Wolf Tracks and Peter and the Wolf. Did you know that, Tom? I
No.
didn't. I didn't remember. Okay, who have you got next?
Next, Peter Gagger is an actor, television, best known as the Sandy Cohen of the TV dramas of OC between 2001 and 2003 and 2007. Also roles as Deputy Chief William Dodds in Law and Order. I know him from this particular role,
Mm-hmm.
where he was the Special Victims chief. Stacey Cohen's on a Showtime special of California as Nick, and Jane Fonda's character Grace boyfriend on Grace and Frankie's and the director of the Calistine Services, Arthur Campbell, on the Covert Affairs. He was achieved fame from his first role in Sex Lies and Videotapes in 1989, and in theater performances as Sky
Masterson.
Masterson in the 92 Broadway revival of Guys and Girls.
Yeah, Guys
Got to
and
be three or
Dolls.
four people in that role since, but that was interesting.
Guys and Dolls is a great show. It keeps coming back. So many good songs from that. Today is also the birthday. Happy birthday, 74th, to John Deacon, retired bass player and composer in Queen, the British rock group, notable for songs like "We Are the Champions" and "Bohemian Rhapsody." He was the last and youngest member to join Queen. I didn't know this. He wrote at least one song for each album they published, including top 10 hits, "You're My Best Friend," "Another One Bites the Dust," and "I Want to Break Free." I won't sing that one. He co-wrote several songs. He was involved in the band's financial management, and he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of Queen in 2001 and into the Songwriters Hall of Fame 2 years later in 2003. Tom?
So my next famous uncle, one that I can actually deal with and understand, is John Stamos at 62, best known as Jesse from Full House, as well as Netflix Fuller House. He also starred as Dr. Tony Gates on the medical drama ER from '06 to '09, as Jimmy Monterio in the Fox comedy Godfathered in 2015. The multi-instrumental he performed with the Beach Boys in a concert playing guitar and drums. He appears in the '88 music video of the Beach Boys songs Komoko, playing Congo drums and steel drums. Interesting. Pre-fame, his roles were Blackie on General Hospital. I also remember from that. Although he didn't read for a particular part, he did get the audition.
Very interesting. And our final celebrity birthday is Kira Sedgwick, who's 60. She won the Golden Globe and Emmy Award as Detective Brenda Lee Johnson on the TNT crime drama The Closer. I love her accent. She acted in the films Born on the 4th of July, Phenomenon, The Possession, Man on a Ledge, and Gamer. She made her acting debut in a soap opera, Another World. In 1982, she was only 16. She is married to equally famous actor Kevin Bacon since 1988. That's a long time marriage in Hollywood, isn't it, Tom? She started college at Sarah Lawrence College. I was a student there, but I think she was a little after me. And then she transferred to U Southern Cal and earned a degree in the theater. And we have one in memoriam today. Tom and I are going to take turns with this. Coco Chanel lived from 1883 to 1961, passed away at 88. She was born on August 19th. Her full name was Gabrielle Bonheur Coco Chanel, French fashion designer and businesswoman, the founder and namesake of the Chanel brand. She was credited in the post-World War I era with popularizing a sporty casual chic as the new feminine standard of style. She's the only fashion designer listed on Time magazine's 100 most influential people of the 20th century. A prolific fashion creator, she extended her influence past couture clothing, excuse me, into jewelry, handbags, and fragrance. And those of you who don't know her clothing line may have heard of Chanel Number 5, an iconic signature scent. And she also designed the interlocked C, I can't really make that, her monogram, which is on a lot of her bags. Tom, you want to finish this one for me?
So pre-fame, she actually was a mother of a laundry woman in a charity hospital. Her father was a street vendor who peddled clothes and undergarments. Her last name entered on her birth certificate was Chansnell with the S. She died as Gabrielle Chesnell because of the legally connected corrected name, but it revealed that she was born in a poor household that basically was hospice as a young adult. She was a cabaret singer who entertained between the stars that were out on the stage, and she acquired her name Coco because of the often sang song, Who Has Seen Coco?
That's cool. She sang the song and they gave her. So Gabrielle Bonheur became Coco. I like that a lot. Let's do some social media stars here. Noel Miller. Noel, he's a he. He is 35 years old on YouTube. He has 2.5 million subscribers and he's a comedian who posts sketch comedy and is a member of the rap group TMG Tiny Meat Gang. Okay, Tom, who's next?
All right, next is Brock O. Oh,
Hearn.
Earn. Okay. Instagram, 34, 2.1 million followers. 6.7 is a private personal trainer in LA who posts pictures, including highlighting his muscular physique, his friends and family, and a video posted to Facebook in light of the Man But Bun Monday and No Shave November. So let's do it. Got 5 million views. Another person I don't know.
Oh, he's only 6'7". I think we're gonna have to look up to him, both of us. On TikTok today, Tony Lopez is celebrating his birthday. He's 26. He has 23 million followers. Let me repeat that, 23 million. He posts featured choreographed dance performances, short comedy. I wonder if he's telling comedy while he's dancing, and lip sync videos. Can you imagine lip syncing, telling comedy, and dancing at the same time? He and his brother Andreas run a YouTube channel called The Lopez Brothers, where they post challenges and dance videos. And who's our last social media star, Tom?
Last one is from TikTok. Marco Cello Martinez, 27, 2.4 million fans, comedian who posts jokes and stands up community clips about cooking, food, family, fun, cultural events, differences between the groups. He joined the cast of Saturday Night Live as a featured player in 22. He went viral in 24 via his SNL skit where he plays a character named Domingo.
That's Marcelo Hernandez. Happy birthday. I enjoy him on SNL. I'm looking forward to their next season. Let's do two wacky holidays here. We've got a couple notes. One, today is National Photography Day. In 1837, innovative image production, inventing the daguerreotype. That's Daguerreotype. Frenchman Joseph Nicephore Niepce and Louis Daguerre created the first photography process. On January 19th of that year, the French Academy of Sciences formally proclaimed the development of the daguerreotype. 10 days after the announcement, the French government acquired the patent for the innovation. Isn't that interesting? And handed it to the world as a free gift, sans, which is French for not or without, sans copyright. Interesting. Tom, you got a couple other facts for us? You do the next one.
Yep. 2 years later, William Henry Fox Talbot simplified the technique of photographing. He developed a more adaptable photography method on salt prints on paper. This is more adaptable technology, competitive to the metal-based
Daguerreotype.
daguerreotype, which at this point in time I think is also since been updated.
There you go. In 1850, the first commercial photography, taking pictures shifts from art to the way of documenting key occasions. Tom, let's be honest. How often do you have your phone camera out at events, at family events or vacations or anything? Often?
All the time.
All the time. There you go. My family usually says, put the damn thing down and just enjoy what we're doing here. Okay, you have the next one, 1861.
61, introduction of color photography. James Clerk Maxwell, a Scottish scientist creates the world's first color photography.
Isn't that interesting? And scoop all the way up to 1884, which is 23 years later. George Eastman, you've all heard of Eastman Kodak, of Rochester, New York. People say that's New York. No, I come from New York. That's downstate, upstate, not quite. Perfected the daguerreotype method of replacing the copper plate with a dry gel on paper that he called, wait for it, kids, film. This technology eliminated the need for photographers to carry around those heavy copper plates and dangerous chemicals. Eastman created the Kodak camera in 1888. I didn't know it went back that far. Ooh, what's next?
Next is the start of the digital camera technology, which happened in 1961. So we're almost jumping 80 years, uh,
Hmm.
where Eugene L. Laffitte, a NASA scientist, basically built out a compulsion laboratory experiment that basically digitized the light signals from imaging, therefore equesting and being used within the NASA technology based on some of the manned and
Interesting.
unmanned processes.
I didn't realize it went back to 61. In 75, Stephen Sasson, an engineer at Eastman Kodak's research lab, invented the first digital camera. His prototype captured zero point zero 0.01 megapixel, that's 100 times 100 pixels, images and stored them on a cassette tape. Although Kodak didn't immediately commercialize the invention because they were worried it would put them out of the film business, Sasson continued to develop digital imaging at Kodak, receiving a patent for his digital camera in 1978. So 3 years later, how about that?
Then in 2010, the first World Photography Day happened, and approximately 270 photographers from around the world uploaded pictures to an internet collection. So it basically moved from film to digital output.
Very interesting. And my comment on this whole holiday, Photography Day, is some photographers today still prefer to use film, Tom, over digital because they say the resolution is better, the clarity is better, and you don't need a battery or a plugged in whatever USB cable to your phone or whatever device. And copyright concerns also, because if you have the film or the print camera, the print film, the print photography, uh, everybody knows somebody owned that instead of digital and where'd it come from? We all know that. You're going to start us off on International Bow Tie Day. I know you forgot to wear your bow tie today, but I'll
Well, I
forgive
do
you.
have bow ties, but I did not
Okay,
wear one today.
I
So
bet
in
you did.
1650, the bow tie became traceable back to Croatia in the 17th century, where mercenaries would carry and tie scarves around their necks to keep the opening of the slits between their Prussian army covered. The French upper class quickly adopted the Croatian scarf tied around the neck notion, craving the term caveat.
Cravat, cravat.
So ultimately, I think it was between the armor if it was not based upon the initial.
Yeah, yeah. In 1886, which jumps ahead 236 years, Pierre Lorillard IV, excuse me, Quatre in French, French-American clothing designer, wears a different style of the black and white suit with a bow tie at a social function at New York's Tuxedo Park Country Club. Interesting. What happened next?
Then in 1805, quote, quote, the official birth, which I can't understand being the official birth if we go back to 1650, but the French upper class continued the experiment with the cravate and eventually gave up to the rise of the bow tie.
There we go. 1930s, a woman's prerogative. Starlets like Marlene Dietrich and Katharine Hepburn, very powerful women in film, are seen wearing bow ties as movies become increasingly popular. That was a fashion statement. What happened in 1940, Tom?
I think 1940 is really where I would go back to, being really the first time that you really saw, someone of power starting to wear the bow tie as compared to something of more of a glamour or a black tie, which was Winston Churchill. The first prime minister of the UK wears a navy blue and white polka dot bow tie through this first term, inspiring the mass production of the
Blenheim.
Blenheim bow tie, which I
Interesting.
don't understand that one's a bit different in regards to how it's tied.
Is it really? I didn't realize that. How do you tie a bow tie? Do you
But
tie it?
the tie here, but the bone actually had a piece that went down. So ultimately, it looked like kind of a shoe tie.
Or like a bow, like a lady would wear a bow. Interesting. I didn't know. I have to go back and look at pictures of Winston. At the beginning of the 19th century, bow ties were an essential, excuse me, part of men's formal full dress attire. By the 1900s, bow ties were mostly worn by academics and medical professionals. That reminds me of the elbow patches on the tweed jackets, Tom. Following World War II, bow ties fell out of popularity in everyday use, but still a requirement, I would say, de rigueur, as the French say, in formal attire. And close this out for me, Tom.
Yep, black tie is always going to include a bow tie. And that's really kind of where I wear my bow ties now. I did originally had 4 or 5 of them, but have not done it. That bow tie lost its stuffiness and its reputation over the recent years, and quirky, confidential style bow tie has been finding its way back into both fun and formal settings. Actually, was looking at a couple of bow ties this past week while I was in Dustin and Seaside, and had clams on it. They had crabs on them, etc. So they were all, highly colored and highly designed. But businesses, from business to weddings to everyday occasions, they've now become no longer traditional, but they become everyday wear. Fixed length is specifically tied to the neck size, and usually the sizes are 14 to 6 to 19 inches. I have to go bigger. Mine is bigger than 19, with a corresponding shirt collar, which is also interesting because the tux shirt did not go into the same time frames as the bow tie.
Interesting. Well, let's do a round of applause here. Happy bow ties. All right, all right. You all quiet down. I think I have a bow tie, a little clip-on bow tie from my dad I found in his effects years ago, and I think I'll wear it on one of these shows. So, Tom M., thank you very much. Let's go out with a bang here. Dance our way up. Happy August 19th. Whoever you are, wherever you are, if you know anybody, tell them Bonnie D and Tom M. say happy birthday. Happy birthday. Your day.
We're celebrating you in this
Special way.
Party shine.
Shine.
Laugh and smile. We're celebrating you in style.
Tom, wave goodbye. Lower the music.